From the beautiful campus of Casper College, it's time to dive into the world of Casper College athletics with another episode of the Casper College Coaches Show. Now here's your host, Phil Kohler.
Welcome fans to the Casper College Coaches Show. I'm your host, Phil Kohler, joined as always by the girls basketball coach here at Casper College, Mr. Dwight Gennari. Coach, you guys back on the positive side of 500, moved to 3-2 on the season after a couple of wins this weekend. How good does it feel to have that more wins than losses now?
Good. Always good.
Sure.
You always want to be on the positive side of that too. But, biggest thing for me was I was glad to see such a good turnaround from our effort against NJC the following Friday and stuff like that. So very positive weekend for us.
Absolutely. So speaking about that game Friday, you guys back at home finally. You get the return match with NJC, who you had played a week before. Mm-hmm. They beat you pretty handily down there. You guys come back and beat them in overtime this week. What was the biggest difference in that win this week?
Yeah, I think basically our effort, especially our effort on the boards. We really lost handily in the second chance points in Sterling. I think it was 18-4 on second chance points, and we won that category, that stat, when we played here. Plus, they still made, I believe it was 8 or 9 3-pointers, but their percentage wasn't quite as high as it was when we went down there. So them missing a couple threes was big. I thought we handled their ball screen action a lot better. We made some adjustments to how we guarded it a week ago and stuff. So just real pleased with how they prepared for that game and then carried it out.
Absolutely. Logan Alvar leads the way, 16 points, 12 rebounds, probably her best game of the year. Talk about what she brought to the table Friday night.
No question her best game of the year. And it was so great to see. And I think, her minutes on Saturday was short, but she was taking off, attacking the glass on Saturday as well. In the few minutes she's there, she's been doing that in practice. So I think that's a big part of her game is when she can control the offensive boards and rebound in general, and took great shots, attacked the rim, just vintage Logan, and It was great to see. It had a huge impact on our win on Friday.
Yeah, that energy's so key. Coach, one of the benefits of you guys playing at home is I get a chance to watch you, and I get to grill you on some decisions that you make. So you guys come down the floor, you're tied with 20 seconds left in the game. You make the decision not to call timeout and let the play out. What goes into a decision like that? I mean, there's got to be a million things that you're thinking about, and you're trying to do it in split-second time.
That's probably going to happen more times than not. I'm a firm believer of just keep attacking, understanding how much time's left. I think sometimes when you call a timeout, one, you could get a change in defense. They could switch from man to zone, so you call a set and they switch the defenses. Two, you can have issues getting the ball in bounds. So I just, more times than not, I'm going to play that out. Just try to make sure we get the last attempt, especially if it's tied. There will be occasions when, we feel very comfortable about a set that we could run against them. But again, you do that. A lot of times teams will change up defenses, and then what you call is not going to work at that time.
Sure. And do you feel like the players get that boost of confidence from knowing that, hey, I trust you. I want to see what you guys can do. I know that you guys can go and get out in this set. Like, is there a confidence thing behind it as well?
I believe that, and I think it also takes some pressure off. And I know this probably goes against the way most coaches think and stuff, but, when you have a minute or 45 seconds or whatever the timeout is, and then you have a new assignment and you have to concentrate on executing something like that, and then, man, I can't blow this aside. I think sometimes they just have a better chance of making a play how they've been playing all game instead of changing the scenario. But that's, again, that probably goes against the norm.
Sure. Well, and so you guys end up getting a shot. Adama gets to the free throw line. She gets fouled. She takes 2 free throws. While your team has improved from the free throw line, couple of clutch free throws that didn't fall for you guys on Friday night. And it didn't end up hurting you in the end, but talk about what that, not just the improvement in the free throw line, but also making those clutch ones.
Yeah, it's part of the journey.
Sure.
One, yes, I love the fact that we're trending up because we were below 50% for a while. And I think that's the biggest point at this time is how are we trending on our free throw percentages. As far as the knocking them down in clutch time, that's experience.
Sure.
And you hope you have some success in those situations. So when we get to tournament time, there's a lot of confidence there. But free throws is another situation where you have a lot of time to think.
Yeah.
I love basketball over some sports just because it's so reactionary. You know, even as a coach, it's reactionary. You don't have time to analyze everything and stuff like that. So I think, again, free throws are a tougher situation when it comes down mentally because of the downtime.
But you got to be happy with your freshmen with under 10 seconds left, being aggressive, taking the ball to the basket, putting the game in the officials' hands, and they call a foul, and you got to be happy with that decision.
100%. I didn't rethink the decision to let them play because, one, we got to the rim. Sure. You got a chance to finish maybe even an and one, or if not, you got the 2 free throws. So, it was good. Credit Adama for attacking the rim. That's part of her game. That's a big part of her game, and she has a very good first step. So, it worked out. We got a little overtime experience because we missed those free throws, and so we got something else in our bank we can draw from.
Yeah, great experience.
Great strategy.
Right? Yeah,
right,
absolutely. That was smart. Yeah. So then, Coach, moving on to Saturday, you guys play the Wyoming All-Stars. You beat them 76-42. Never really know what to expect from a Wyoming All-Star team, but you had the opportunity to play a lot of players. You got some of those gals that are sitting on the bench, a lot of chance to play. Talk about what that does for their psyche and just getting a chance to go out there and wear that Casper uniform.
Well, it's great. And, with us being at 13 dressing out right now and potentially 14, it is hard to get consistent minutes for at least 4 or 5 of our players. You're gonna play 7 or 8 or 9 in your rotation, and that's I went back and looked. I think every game we've played more individuals than any other team. So we still try to do it in every game to get as many as we can in, but it's really hard to get sustained minutes. Saturday gave us that opportunity. A lot of kids stepped up and used that, and it's. Practice experience is one thing, but game experience is another, and it was a great opportunity for us to get extended minutes for some of our players.
Yeah, so you get four different players in double figures, led by Jada Clarkson with 13 and 11. What did Jada show you? I mean, 11 rebounds is pretty big time.
Yeah, it is, and it's just a continuation of her practices. It was great to see because in practice she's been rebounding really well, which is, as you know, rebounding is critical when it comes to numbers of possessions and stuff like that. She had been doing it in practice. She carried over the game, and I thought Jada's minutes were limited on Friday night against NJC. She just played like 5 or 6 minutes in the first half, but they were very good minutes. Sure. And so she is one of those players that did, she upped her stock a little bit by getting those rebounds and having some offensive success. So yeah, she benefited for sure.
Sure, absolutely. So Logan Alvar didn't play a ton Saturday. Played her best game of the season Friday night. Talk about the maturity level that she's starting to come into. She's a sophomore now, one of those 3 returners from last year. Talk about her maturation process, both on the court and off the court.
Tremendous. Yeah, Logan has always been well organized. She's always been a good leader. She leads in areas on the court. She leads in areas off the court. She kind of organizes team activities and does a lot of those things. But she's her maturity and leadership is key to our team.
Sure. So now, folks, we're going to head to our newest feature, 94 feet, with the aforementioned Logan Alvar. This is 94 feet with Logan Alvar. Ready, Logan?
Yes.
All right. First question, what is your best basketball memory while playing here at Casper College?
My best basketball memory has definitely got to be winning the Region 9 championship last year.
All right, Logan, what do you like to do for fun?
I really enjoy watching TV shows, movies, just chilling with my friends. I really like to relax on my downtime.
Yeah, absolutely. So last week, Coach Macy told us that Anna Cheney is the best singer on the team. Who's the best dancer on the team?
Adama, AB, 100%.
She's got the moves?
Yes, she does.
Absolutely. All right, Logan, you are 58 points away from a big milestone. That milestone, passing your uncle in Casper College points. Are you excited for that?
Yeah, for sure.
When you pass that record, are you going to call him up and tell him that you've now scored more points here?
Yeah, probably.
If you guys are playing a game of horse, who's winning, you or him?
Him.
All right, last question. Your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Turkey. You can't have Thanksgiving without turkey.
Absolutely. All right, and then I understand that you have a little bit of information you want to pass along to the Casper College Nation.
Yeah, I do. I actually just recently committed to the University of Wyoming to play basketball, so go Pokes.
Absolutely. We're going to get a chance to watch Logan play a few more years down in Laramie. This has been 94 Feet with Logan Alvar. Welcome back, fans, to the Coach's Show. Coach, looking ahead to this weekend, the Vista Auto Thanksgiving Classic. You get an opportunity to play 2 more games at home. Let's start with Friday. You guys are going to host North Idaho Friday at 5 o'clock. They come in with a 3-4 record, but they played a little bit of a gauntlet of a schedule. Talk about what to expect from them on Friday.
First of all, I'd like to thank our sponsor, Vista Auto, for sponsoring this Thanksgiving Classic. And to go back a little bit, thanks GW Mechanical for last weekend. So our sponsors out there appreciate. North Idaho College. We played them in a jamboree at Salt Lake, and we won 47-46 at the buzzer. Okay. Very good game, very good Region 18 team. You know, all those teams coming out of Region 18 have quality athletes and good coaches. They're a good dribble drive team. They like to do a lot of dribble handoffs, ball screens. They have an incredible three-point shooter at number 33, Pickford. I think she's close to 63 attempts already over the weekend. She had over 20 in 2 games, and she's deep. So, and then they have a really good point guard that can attack the rim, and a couple other scorers, and their inside game's good. So, very, very strong opponent coming in on Friday.
Excellent, and we'd love to see that because we love great basketball. Yes. A team that also rebounded at a really high clip, top 50 in the country in rebounding. What's going to be a big key for you guys Friday? I mean, obviously you're going to have to stop the dribble drive, but then also rebounding the basketball. Do you have one area that you're going to focus on?
Well, I think several like that. I think containing the dribble and getting to their shooters, you know, and again, it's not going to be a normal shooter. She's deep and she's, you know, so that's going to be an emphasis. And then also rebounding. It is every week, every game preparation, but it has to be. And that's where we mentioned Logan earlier, her dominating on the boards, and then Jada, that catches my attention because I know that's going to be crucial in both of the games coming up.
Well, so there's the old mantra, long shots equal long rebounds. Is that something that you guys will work on where you'll throw it up from 45 feet and just kind of have the girls battle after it? We
try to do that on our shooting drills, pre-practice shooting drills and those kind of things. You know, get to the backside, expect long rebounds. I think it's probably common with everybody, but, you know, one of the challenges we have as a rebounding team is we run to the rim.
Sure.
You know, instead of, and when you have a lot of threes and long rebounds, that's going to be, you know, that's going to be a detriment to us. So, you know, focusing on not getting into that arc and running to the rim and securing longer rebounds is going to be critical.
Well, a lot of times those long rebounds can lead to a fast break the other direction, right? If you play it correctly.
Absolutely.
So Saturday, the rematch was Snow. You guys went down there. You beat them 80-64 earlier in the season. But just like we saw from NJC last week, you know, a lot can change over a week and especially over a couple of weeks. What can we expect to see from Snow College on Saturday?
You know, I believe, like, you know, referring to last week as well with NJC, every game is different. You know, whatever we did against them in the opening game of the season has no bearing really on this game here. So we're going to have to be prepared. They have a couple really good guards, and they had a guard that was missing when we played them in the first time, and I'm not sure if she's going to be back on this. She has not played yet this season. So if she's back, they're going to have 3 very good combo guards. I think Evans, number 21, for them is one of the harder matchups that we have because she's very good inside. She's a good three-point shooter, and she drives. She scores at all 3 levels, and if we put a guard on her, she's going to post up, and so she's a tough matchup there. Good three-point shooting team, well coached, good size, and so you know, it's going to be a handful. It's going to be another, and the tough part. Well, the bonus is we've played them already, so we have some familiarity. But it's going to be tough coming off of North Idaho, and then boom, right to Snow.
Yeah,
2 very good games.
Absolutely, back-to-back nights. Snow comes in ranked 10th in the country in offensive rebounding. When you guys went down, they grabbed 13 offensive rebound against you guys. That's a lot of second-chance opportunities. Is that something that you're trying to clean up for Saturday?
It is. I always do post-game notes right after the completion of the game, and you know, things that we have to do better the next time, things that worked, etc. And that was at the top of the list. We have got to take care of the offensive rebounds. Second chance points are, you know, play such a huge role in the outcome of a game, and with them being such a great rebounding team, we, again, another focus for the week.
Absolutely. Coach, looking forward to it. Friday, you guys are here, North Idaho at 5 o'clock.
Yes.
Saturday, you're here for Snow at 4 o'clock.
Correct.
Last question, Coach, and this is a doozy.
Ooh.
Thanksgiving this week. What's your go-to Thanksgiving dish?
Dish.
Dish or dessert?
If I can include dessert, I don't even have to think. Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie,
number 1 by far.
The go-to, absolutely.
Yes. Yep.
Well, hey, Coach, good luck this weekend.
Appreciate
Happy Thanksgiving to you and the family.
Same to you, Phil.
Thank you so much. Fans, remember, always shoot for the stars, because even if you miss, there's always a chance for an offensive rebound. Thanks for joining us.